We're again talking UConn women's basketball recruiting in this all new video from Hoop Central. Thank you to all the viewers for taking the time to watch it again, as you always do. We have a lot of content here in the month of September, getting closer to the end of the month now. Definitely keep it locked here for all women's college basketball news. Obviously, we have a lot of UConn content right now because they are showing interest in players, and the recruiting is starting to pick up a little bit. Obviously, first night is coming up. Obviously, the schedule's been released. We'll talk all of that current UConn women's basketball stuff coming up. But again, in these last couple of videos and in these videos to come, we're really focusing on the recruiting aspect. And today we're talking about a new follow for UConn women's basketball. Morgan Valley is now tracking 6'6" post player Clara Silva. Clara Silva is from Portugal. She played in the Europe U16 Division A tournament in August, averaged 10 points and 10 rebounds per game. And this is still a player that a lot of people don't know that much about yet. And we at Hoop Central, we're still evaluating her. We're still learning more about her. So this is very much an introduction for everybody. I think when this news came in, not a whole lot of people knew who she was. But I think as she develops and as she gets better and plays more, everybody's going to know her name. I think she's a star in the making. And again, at 6'6", that's tremendous size for a women's college basketball post player. 6'4", 6'5", that's about the typical post player size, but we've seen some 6'6", some very rarely even taller than that. So she's obviously going to have good feet and consistent hands. That's the one thing that we look at with post players when we're evaluating them, is not just can they do this and can they do that, but what do they look like when they're moving their feet? Are they catching the basketball with ease? Do they have that soft touch? Are the hands and the feet consistent? At the post player position, that's the most important thing. And yes, we do look at that with players at other positions, perimeter, wing, but especially for post players, it's important because they're a little bit more stationary. And obviously that's starting to change now with the way basketball is being played. But still, even with the game and how it's evolving, the post players are still back there. They're playing back to the basket primarily, or at least first they're playing that way and then starting to stretch out. So because they're still playing back to the basket, their hands and their feet have to be consistent. And again, not just offensively, but also defensively as well, trying to protect the rim. So obviously UConn, they could use someone like this. They could use a player like Clara Silva. Obviously the post position is the one position that UConn has struggled to recruit with, I think. And it's the one position that they're kind of struggling with right now. And that's where they need the most players, is in the post. Now, again, with what class she's in, we're still trying to find that out when she could be going to college. But we know right now that UConn is already starting to look at Portugal a little bit more. They just got Ines Betancourt from Portugal. Obviously, Clara Silva is a very skilled player from there as well. And again, average a double-double on the U16 Division A over there in Europe in August. So definitely exciting to see how she develops. And again, if there are any more updates coming up soon with UConn women's basketball regarding Clara Silva, we'll definitely let you know. That's all the time we have in this new video from Hoop Central. Thank you for taking the time to watch. As always, stay tuned for more Hoop Central releases coming up very soon. This is Hamilton Neal signing off, and I'll see you then.